What's going on, guys? Crypto Poppy here. Let's get it.
Y ya no sabes lo que pasa.
Alright, everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, Sunday, March 28th, we're going to give you an update on where Bitcoin is at and where we think crypto is going for this up and coming week. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of review on the eComi token, which actually one of the members in our community put me onto a couple of weeks ago. And so I've downloaded their Vive app and have been playing a little bit with it. And I want to do a review on the token itself and what kind of future I believe that it may have. And I'm going to tell you whether I'm going to invest in Ecomi or not. So if that sounds good to you, if you're new to this channel, please hit the like, hit that subscribe on the way in. If you like crypto and you like NFTs and digital collectibles, then this is the channel to be, because we talk about that almost on a daily basis around here. So, all right, guys, let's get started. Bitcoin. So the last time we talked about Bitcoin, I I told you guys, so Bitcoin was somewhere in and around, I want to say the $55,000 mark. And so it was somewhere around here. And, I told you guys, it was actually in this big daily red candle, this big engulfing daily red candle that I didn't love. And that's because it had broken through the 21-day EMA. And on the day after, what I really didn't like is that we attempted to break above the 21-day EMA, but we failed, and we failed in a hard way. And so I told you at that time, and here's my evidence, that I thought Bitcoin wanted to come down and test 50K in the short term. Guys, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. That is exactly what Bitcoin did. It came and it retested that which I drew for you. To be exact, Bitcoin didn't make it quite to 50K. Excuse me for being wrong. It hit exactly the low of 50,452, was as low as it got. And then Bitcoin put in a really great looking engulfing green candle on March 26th, and we broke back above the 21-day EMA. Now, what's even more important is that the day after we came back, we retested the 21-day EMA, and we confirmed that, and we moved up again from there. So today is Sunday, little bit of really not much action going on with Bitcoin itself. But guys, there is something really positive, extremely positive, that I am seeing in the charts right now, and that is this trend line that dates back to March 13th, so a couple of weeks old now. And you can see this trend line. Bitcoin has been really struggling to get above that trend line. So not only did we get above that trend line on the daily, we also, look at this, guys, we came back and we reconfirmed that trend line, which for me is incredibly exciting. And so we touched there and we have been making our way up. Now, we are contending with another longer term trend line now that you see here that we need to get back above for me to be very, very bullish. Now, guys, if we take a look at the RSI is in a neutral position. It's neither bullish nor bearish. It's really smack in the middle of where, of overbought versus overtold territories are. So there's nothing really indicating in the RSI that we're going to go one way or the other. And then, the MACD is actually, what I like about the MACD is that if you look at the histogram, you will see that we are starting to step our way back up into the neutral position of the histogram, which, if we keep going this way, we could potentially in the next couple of days see another bullish cross on the MACD and a neutral reversal of the histogram, and that would all be very bullish. So all indications right now are telling me that Bitcoin is probably going to have a good week. If I was a betting man, that's what I would be betting on. That I think that we will have a green week for Bitcoin, and that we could potentially be testing the all-time high of 62 in and around 62K over the next week. Again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so you do you, I do me. Remember, that's how we do on this channel. I only tell you what I see in the charts, and I'm only right every single time, 51% of the time. All right? Okay, so what else are we going to talk about? So let's take a look at the weekly chart for Bitcoin. the weekly chart, this, because it's Sunday and this weekly candle closes today, I look at this weekly candle as, very positive. The fact that we actually, you can see, right, you can see the support that we have, that we bounced ever so strongly at that 50K mark. And so this weekly candle to me is starting to look very, very positive, and certainly could look like a reversal type candle. On the monthly, guys, it's still incredible, right? When in doubt, zoom out. It's pretty incredible to me, guys, that we have never had, not sorry, not never, we have not had a red monthly candle for Bitcoin since September. Okay, so that puts things into perspective. We are still in the middle of a very positive bull market, and this monthly candle is actually going to close this week. And if it closes where it's at today, I see this as yet another bullish monthly candle. So, all in all, for Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm seeing is very positive. I love that we bounced at 50K. Now, I do think that there's a potential that before Bitcoin makes its way up, that we potentially, Bitcoin loves to move in double bottoms, right? So, you can see here that we bottomed out on March 1st. We made a big green engulfing candle, and then we went sideways for a little while, and then we made our way up. And I think it's very likely that we could see something like that. So we could be in for, let's say, a little bit of sideways motion, maybe a little bit of downwards or upwards. But at the end of the day, what I think Bitcoin wants to do here is start to make its way back up again. This could take a week, this could take 2 weeks, but I do believe that we are going to see some kind of double bottom here that is going to move the Bitcoin price action up, and then up into that 75K range, 100K range that I think is very likely in the next 2, 3, 4 months. Okay, so let's talk about my second favorite coin in crypto, and that's ETH. And the last time that we talked about ETH, I told you guys that I wasn't all that excited about what I was seeing in the charts, and that I was expecting a retracement and a test of 1600. We went below 1600 down to 1548, but very quickly jumped back up. So now ETH is really struggling right now with the 21-day EMA. Now, that does concern me a little bit, but not so much so that I'm gonna go and have a fire sale on my ETH. As I told you, I'm heavily invested in ETH, and I plan to continue to do that until the charts turn, very bearish. Which right now, there's some things I'm not liking about ETH, but there's certainly opportunity for ETH to recover from here. And let's not forget, guys, that we are at March 28th, and sometime in July, we could see some very positive changes to ETH with ETH 2.0 release coming up. And so, while the charts tell me something, at any point, people could FOMO into ETH because news comes out. And so I'm definitely holding on to my ETH for now. Having said that, I think ETH looks likely to try to, again, fail at this 21-day EMA maybe today, and come back down and potentially retest this trend line where, I believe we could definitely at that point make our final move. Well, our final move up is, finals is relative, but that is what I think could ignite an actual moonshot for ETH. I think that as long as we kind of hover around here and below the 21-day EMA, then the likeliness is that we aren't going to make that move up without making another double bottom, as you guys know I love on these channels. So I'm hoping or expecting that we're going to do something like this and then make our way up for ETH. ETH, again, also looks very neutral on the RSI. Nothing happening there to talk about. However, the MACD is starting to look more positive on the daily, as it was with Bitcoin, as I showed you with Bitcoin. So you can see that ETH, is starting again. It's had 4 consecutive days of step ups. The histogram could potentially be looking at a neutral reversal anytime now, maybe in the next couple days, and then we could potentially see a bullish crossover for ETH. And so I'm expecting that to potentially happen. Again, guys, as I always say on this channel, I'm not a financial advisor. You do you. I do me, but I am definitely overall, when I look at the crypto space and I judge much of what's happening based on what Bitcoin and what ETH are doing, overall, I'm starting to see some positive signs and some good potential upside coming back again in the short term. And let's take a look at Polkadot, because you all know that Polkadot is the coin that I have third, that's third on my list in my portfolio. And I was telling you that Polkadot was looking pretty bullish to me when Bitcoin went and retraced. Now Polkadot did also retrace, and that's just the way crypto works, guys. Most of these coins, they correlate to to each other unless there's some independent news that happens with one of the coins. But Polkadot, for me, I don't love that it came in and made a new lower high here, and it broke out of this channel that I had been following. So not loving that move from Polkadot. However, and right now it's actually below the 21-day EMA. So this is probably the most bearish that I've seen Polkadot in a long time. Having said that, guys, let's keep an eye out. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, because the daily is really not really showing much in terms of where we think Polkadot, or it's not giving us any indication of where we think Polkadot could go. Polkadot right now on the 4-hour is really struggling with all of that spaghetti on top, right? So it did get past the 21 period EMA. I need to see Polkadot up here, guys. I need to see Polkadot up here above all that spaghetti before I start to get bullish on Polkadot. So there's a likelihood or a chance that Polkadot again wants to kind of follow this pattern, create a double bottom here, and then make its way back up. So I'm not seeing an insane amount of strength for Polkadot to make a move right now. Guys, taking a look at the total market cap for cryptocurrencies, we are hovering right around $1.7 trillion, the highest that we have gotten. The all-time high is 1.86. So guys, we are not far away from the all-time high. And what's really interesting about the crypto market cap is that it is testing a huge line of resistance that was previously printed on February 22nd, which was the old all-time high before we broke that on March 12th. So this is our third step going up, trying to get above that all-time high, guys. Listen, I think that's I think that's one of the reasons why crypto's having a little bit of a slow day, and that's because, the entire market cap is just, pushing to get above that. And so do I think that's going to happen? Well, one of the reasons why I think that hasn't happened is because I've talked about this on this channel, but there is a correlation between what the DXY does and what cryptocurrency and Bitcoin does. And so the DXY, guys, which is, if you don't know, it's essentially the US dollar currency traded in an index against all other currencies. In the past, histories have shown that when Bitcoin pumps, the DXY crashes, and when and vice versa, when the DXY slumps or it starts to crash, then Bitcoin starts to make its way up. And what the DXY has been doing is serious pumpage over the last 3 days. Look at that, 3 big red candles, and it actually pumped above the 200 day EMA, which is not great for Bitcoin holders, because that is a very bullish sign for the DXY. The last time, it's been a long time, guys, that the DXY was really struggling to get above the 200-day EMA. And so, it's the last time that it was above was, wow, May of 2020, guys. So over a year ago. And since then, it really struggled. So this is one thing to watch out for, guys, that if the DXY continues to pump like this, then it's going to be very difficult for Bitcoin to make its move. And so, the best case scenario for us right now is that even though DXY broke above the 200-day EMA, we hope to see a rejection here and back below it sometime very soon. It attempted to do that today, but on March 26th when it closed, but it actually closed above the 21-day EMA. So, keep an eye on this, because, the DXY does have a tendency to and can spoil the Bitcoin party. Okay? All right. Nevertheless, guys, so if you want me to tell you what I really think without financial advice and how I'm looking at this, I think that when the market opens, I think that the DXY could open below the 200-day EMA, and that we could start to see crypto make its way back up again. Again, a little bit of downside potentially here before we see some upside, as I've drawn out here. I do think that's a possibility, but for me, guys, in no way do I think that this right here is the Bitcoin bull market top for 2020, 2021. We're 4 months into this bull market, maybe 5 months, and I think we still have a long ways to go. Okay, guys, so let's talk about our featured token for the day, which is EcoMe. EcoMe is currently, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but currently trading in number 58 spot in terms of total market cap, and built on the GoChain blockchain, which, to be honest, I have not done that much research on. So I expect to be doing a little bit more research on GoChain just because EcoMe is actually being hosted on it. And so if we look at the price action of EcoMe over the last 90 days, guys, EcoMe in early March, just started to take off, and you can see that it has been on this massive run up, and it did take a dip when Bitcoin took a dip recently, and it started to make its way back up again. So from a technical analysis perspective, this is a chart of a token that's considered to be mooning. And, one of the things that I really like about this coin right now is that the trading volume has consistently actually been increasing. And so that's impressive that the trading volume has increased over time. Now, what is EcoMe? Well, EcoMe to me has one of the most exciting NFT platforms, and the company that and the token is called OMI, and the company is called EcoMe, but the product that they sell is called Vivi. I believe it's pronounced Vivi. That's how I've heard it pronounced. It might be Vive. We will see. This is an app that is both on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. You can download and essentially start collecting digital collectors. When I look at a token, one of the first things that I look at is what is the utility of the token itself, and why should I invest in this company? And many of the tokens in cryptocurrency, it is really difficult to find a product around. What excites me about EcoMe is that they have a real live product, just like NBA Top Shot has, or Dapper Flow has in NBA Top Shot. EcoMe has with Vivi. And so a couple weeks ago, I downloaded the app and I've been playing with the app. I have not bought my first collectible, but if you want to know what you can do within this app is you can buy things, officially licensed collectibles such as DC, Star Trek, Ghostbusters, Tokidoki, Powerpuff Girls. You can call these nostalgic brands. They just did a drop that I missed out on. I'm not sure why I didn't get the notification, because I subscribed to get notified with Ultraman, and Ultraman was one of those comics that I watched as a kid, and I didn't even realize was put back on Netflix in 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and watch that anime comic with my kids. But the point being is that they seem to be very focused around nostalgic brands. Now, they've also announced that they have a lot more licenses of stuff we haven't seen in the platform. Namely, the big one is the NFL. So you got to imagine, you got to pay attention to a company that has licenses with someone like the NFL. So it should be very interesting to see what that drop, when it eventually comes, does for the token itself. I imagine there's going to be a lot of hype around that NFL drop, and potentially a lot of pumpage for the OMI token. All right, so very interesting there. What I also like about what they're doing is that they, one of the big things about NFTs is for NFTs to really be successful, there has to be a way that you can flex what you own in the NFT space. And so they've created this concept of a virtual showroom, and you can go and actually see what somebody owns. And so it's combining sort of the social media aspect with the ability to brag about and flex your digital assets themselves. You can also put yourself or put your digital collectible in the physical world through augmented reality. And so going back to the NFT use case, maybe what this means is that you could have, say, for example, a Tom Brady, the real life Tom Brady, throwing to the digitable collectible version of Tom Brady. So that you can see that would present some insane opportunities. Now, the platform itself really seems to be in its early days. I have not had the opportunity to actually buy my first collectible on this platform, and that's because the marketplace has just been down. The secondary marketplace has been where you can trade peer to peer has been down literally from the moment I downloaded the app, or at least every time I've checked, the marketplace has been down. Maybe it's been up in the last 2 weeks and I just haven't caught it while it's been up. But for those that complained about NBA Top Shot marketplace being down a little bit here and there, I actually, in weeks of trying to, have not been able to buy my first collectible. So far, guys, what I've seen from other reviews and other price points that I've seen on the internet, it looks like the drops are fairly, I guess, economic in the way that you can, if you actually get the opportunity to buy one of the items that's in the drop, they range anywhere from, say, $20 to $80. And at the same time, they seem to be reselling in the marketplace when it's open for potentially $3,000-$4,000 is what I've seen. So that's not sustainable, right? That has to work itself out over time. But right now, it seems like if you can get into a drop and you can actually buy something that maybe it's a little bit like NBA Top Shot, where it's potentially guaranteed money and you can turn around and flip that right away. Now, I'll let you know, guys, when I actually get to buy my first collectible. I'll probably do a full review on the VeVe app. This one is much more focused on the eCoinMe company and OMI token itself. One of the other things I really like about the OMI token is the tokenomics of it. And essentially, in a way, it is a deflationary token because there's a buyback program where the OMI tokens are bought back from the exchanges and they are burnt as transactions are made in the VeVe app. So if you don't know, to transact inside of the VeVe app, you can do it with fiat currencies and credit cards, but you can also buy gems. And gems are, a cool way of doing it because people, who have been around mobile applications for a long time, they understand the concept of gems. Right now, one gem equals one OMI token. And so the company essentially, to keep that going and to keep the token deflationary, what they do is anytime that you transact in the app and you buy gems, they go and burn some OMI tokens. So the tokenomics of it are exciting. The product itself, I like the fact that they have two products, not one. So they have the VeVe app, but they also have a secure wallet. Now, I have not been able to purchase this secure wallet. It doesn't seem to be available for purchase, and I can't find where to buy it. And I haven't actually seen much news on this wallet since 2020, so I'm not sure if this is actually a dead product or not. To be honest, I'm still trying to figure that out. As a product itself, the description of it gets me excited because not only does it support holding your cryptocurrencies in the wallet, but it also supports holding your actual NFTs inside the wallet. And so that to me is exciting. I think there's definitely an opportunity for that in the marketplace, and it'll be interesting to see if I can get a hold of this wallet or if it's just a dead product and eCoinMe is going to take a different, maybe they're just going to focus on the VeVe app. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm only giving you my initial take on it and my initial experience as I've tried to as I've tried to find ways to buy that wallet. Nevertheless, guys, if you're looking to invest in eCoinMe based on what I'm saying here, I think this is now on my target list of tokens that I want to purchase. And right now, the two places that you can get this, as far as I can see, is Bit4X and the Gate.io exchange. I have not ventured over there yet to buy the token, but I will be doing that soon. I am looking for, the way that I make my mind up on when I'm going to buy the token is, and I'm sorry I've got to show you the OMI token on this chart because I cannot find it on TradingView, which, as you all know, this is where I love to do my trading and analysis. So guys, you can see that eCoinMe here had a big run up and it topped out up 0.012267 in terms of trading against the US dollar, and then it took a dip back down to below the 1 cent, and now is trading above 1 cent again. What I would be doing, guys, if this is on your target list, is I would wait for the next buying opportunity. I wouldn't be buying this right now. Now, if you believe in the token and you believe in the long term, then it's never really a bad time to buy. That's up to you in terms of whether you believe in this thing long term. But for me, guys, I always look for what is the great opportunity for me to actually step in and buy. When is something staring at me in the face, slapping me over the head, saying, buy this token? Now, right now, it's not really saying that because it had a run up, it had a dip, it's having another run up. And so what I'm waiting to see is whether we get rejected at the all-time high. And if we do and we take a little bit of a dump, then that may be the opportunity to buy. You can see that we double bottomed here right around, right below 1 cent. So I think there may be another opportunity to buy this token below 1 cent. And that's where I'm going to set my alerts. And that's where I'm going to be looking to get into OMI token. Now, the next other place I might be looking to get in is if it breaks through its all-time high. Now, if it does break through the all-time high, what does Crypto Poppy say on this channel? Show me a new high, I'll show you a buy. And so that's probably another opportunity where I'll be looking to buy OMI. And good luck to you guys if you decide to buy and hold OMI. I wish you all the best. It really does look like a token that it really has a lot of the elements that I look for is, what is the purpose of the token? Well, it's definitely got purpose. It's got a mobile application where people are actively trading. It's got a social element to it. It's got augmented reality to it. They have a secure wallet, which is a separate product as well. So, when I look at especially a low cap coin like this, I definitely see some opportunity. I see that the volume has been rising and rising and rising, and that's positive as well. So good luck to you if you decide to trade the eComi token. I'll let you know when I buy this token. Last thing I want to mention, guys, is I told you about SFP Coin, SafePal, which is Binance's hardware wallet, which gets me excited because it's a token that has utility by a massive company like Binance. And, they have the most tokens that if you want to trade an altcoin, Binance is the platform to be. So it excites me that they've created this hardware wallet to go and complement their Binance exchange. And I told you guys about SFP somewhere in and around $2. It actually went up and it hit $4 on March 22nd, guys. Congratulations. Some of you have messaged me and said, Crypto Poppy, thank you. I bought SFP and I sold it at 50% gains, 75% gains, 100% gains. Very, very happy for those of you that made that investment. And I just wanted to point that out that, do I think if you're still not an SFP, I do think that there may be another opportunity to get into SFP in and around the $2.50 range, $2.60 range. And then I potentially see it making a move up to its all-time high of $4.53. So that's one to watch out for, guys. And keep in mind that their wallet is still actually available for pre-order on their website. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I plan to, and it'll be interesting to see what this token does when the actual wallets get released and get into the hands of people. That's all I got for you today, guys. Just remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. You do you, I do me. More importantly, guys, if you like the content, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know if you bought SafePal. Let me know if you've bought eComi. Let's have a chat. As you guys have noticed, I respond to all of my comments. I appreciate every single one of your support on this channel. That's all for now, guys. Checking out. Love y'all. Peace.